Jozani wagogo nomkhulu sakwa senditere Gogo Bathini Mbatha umavula kuvale emzini noma yamadoda u-Auntie Usha u-Locksmith uqobo. Ngani zakwethu, today we are saying be a smart Christian just like your pastor. Simple. Silapho nje namhlanje. Be a smart Christian just like your pastor. Whoever that tells you otherwise and everything, no, don't listen to that. Guys, trust me, don't listen to that. They're lying to you. They want you to lose focus. They don't want you to be connected with your ancestors. They don't want you to get help. They don't want you to be in the level that they are as pastors. I'm not talking about pastors. I'm talking about pastors with an agenda. That's why I'm talking about be a smart Christian. Be a smart Christian, just like your smart pastor. Simple. We have different types of pastors. We have pastors that are popular because of they are known. You know, sometimes he's a soccer player and he's also gifted. When it comes to praying, he's also gifted. We have our brother in biking. He's a very good rider. He's a very neat rider and everything. If you can hear him worshiping, if you can hear him talking, spreading the word of God, it's a total different person altogether. While we know him better as a pastor, and whenever he worships, I can just imagine him having his own church. I would definitely go and listen to the word of God through his gift. Then we have a second pastors. They are gifted. They are born with it. It comes naturally. It runs in their veins. It's in their DNA to be pastors. You know, they live. It's like this old. I always say old, and then many teachers say, Gogo, what do you mean old? We're still passionate teachers. Okay, I'm talking about teachers, for example, teachers that are very passionate about teaching. There's training videos of teachers, you know, conveying the message to kids via a song, via a dance, even mathematics, even what. I love it. I love it. Because we learn better through activities, not just sitting in class and say, what is this? What is photosynthesis? You know, photosynthesis is a process whereby green plants manufacture their own food in the presence of sunlight, water, air, and chlorophyll. No. Those days are over. We need our kids, or we need to be entertained now for us to learn something. And you have those pastors. I've seen them on social media. I've seen them on internet, whereby, you know, the way they talk about, they spread the message. And pastors as well, that tell it as it is. That those are gifted pastor. Pastor Katite. We know him with his 9-9 talk of sex talk in church, you know, and many pastors were criticizing him and everything. No, he found a gap, and he said, I want to close this gap, because God never said we must hide behind certain words for us to teach the congregates about sex talks. So the second one, it's a genuine, it's pastors that are born with it. They are born with it. It's in them. It runs in their DNA. It's their calling to be pastors. They are not faking it. You sit with him or her, you talk about sport. They will talk about sport without including the word of God. You talk about sex talk. You'll get into sex talk without including the word of God. You talk about business. They will talk about business without including the word of God. You will talk about politics without including the word of God. They will tell you what needs to happen in South Africa. They will never tell you to say, no, South Africa needs prayer. That's why I personally Don't listen to motivational speakers who talks about God, because to me, you have lost me. Motivate me. If you call me to, if you advertise that you have a motivation about how to start a business, how to survive in the difficult times of South Africa on your business, how to make sure that your business survive all these things that we are facing in South Africa right now or in the world. If I go to that seminar, I don't want to hear anything that has to do with God. I know where to go if I want to hear about God. That's my personal point of view. That's my personal opinion. I don't want to hear that, because you will be lying to me, because now you'll be using something. Now you're going to give me something that I cannot put it on test unless I go to pray for the rest of my life, then I die poor. My motivation, my kind of motivation, it needs to be pure. If I go to schools to talk to kids about teenage pregnancy, about drugs, about how to behave, about the respecting of teachers and everything, I don't get there and talk about ancestors. No. I talk facts. I give actual examples of life. I give practical examples. I'm not going to go there and talk about ancestors and talk about maybe some of you are doing these things because of you have a calling and everything. No, I'm not going to do that. So that's the second pastor. They're genuine. They're there. This thing, it lives within them. There's nothing you can do about it. I'll give another example on myself. Many people have asked me, how many people have you seen compared to the social media and at home is social media? At home, I've seen thousands of people. On social media, I've seen millions of people. I've spoken to millions of people across the globe. Those that listens to, that normally joins us on Instagram, they will tell you. Those that follows us on YouTube, they will tell you. Across the globe, I've seen people, millions of people. According to the stats of YouTube, when they sent me, I've shared it, I'm above 30 million viewers. So I've seen more than 30 million, which means I've helped millions of people compared to people that are coming home. I've spoke about the combos, yellow and blue. It helped many people. It helped, many people, thousands and thousands and thousands of people. If millions, I'll be glad. But it helps many people. People who are not giving birth, people who are not getting jobs, people who are not getting promoted, people who are not getting married, people who are not passing at school, people that were confused with their calling, everything you can think of. Just two countries, yellow and blue. Soon we are launching Amapai, the Kangas for Okpal. Amapai Okpal. We're launching it very soon. We in Dubai now. One of the things that I came here for is this special printing that I needed, because when Gogo presented Amapai Lawa, they were so nice and well printed. So that's why I went so far again for something else, which is Amapai. So I will put myself in that category of doing something naturally so. Then we have the third one. We have smart pastors, the ones that I want us to be like, all of us. I want us to fall into that category as Christians. If you're a Christian, be a smart Christian, just like your pastor. Smart pastors are pastors that they know how to convey a message for you to pay, for you to keep imali shumi, for you to contribute better than other people at church. They want to make you, they are able to make you feel special. They are masters in making you to feel special. You'll never feel so special than you will in that church. And most of those pastors, they are our clients as traditional healers. They will tell you anything and everything to move your focus from ancestors, rituals, culture, and motive. They know how to move you away from that. They know how to move you away from that, so that you just listen to them. They become your only help. Wait until you have a funeral. Hey! Then other churches, they have a department whereby it's a special department for for inviting pastor. Whether you want to invite pastor to a wedding or what. Why does that department, and it's not run by a pastor, it's an independent department with a leader that is appointed by a pastor? It's because pastor doesn't want to tell you 9 to say, if you want me to come to a funeral at your home, I want 10,000. If you want me to come to your wedding, I want 15,000 and everything. He's speaking to you, but through other people within the church. Wait until you don't have money to pay for your car and your car iyadliwa. Remember, you took a 10% of your salary that was supposed to pay for your car and insurance, you gave it to the church. Wait until your car is being repossessed and go to church. One, there is no department for people with crisis. There isn't. You get a department of people who wants to get married, people who want a job, people who want what, because pastor needs to pray for all these things and you pay for them. Talk about smart pastors. But imagine if you were to do that. At the same time, you are able to remember and to practice your cultural background. No, I'm not going to waste punch. Why? No, at church they don't allow it. No, I'm not going to waste punch. At church they won't allow it. I'm a Christian. I'm a born-again Christian. I'm a born-again Christian. Every time you see most of your pastors, they are wearing long sleeves. It's pant. You see the skeleton. It's pant. Abanye bafaka amabhande. Usigaxa amabhande. Abanye they're wearing something here. They're powerful. You're scared of them. When they walk in, you shrink. Why is that? Why is that? It's because they're in the presence of the Lord. Okay. I'm not criticizing any pastor. I'm not saying all the pastors, they go to traditional healers. No, I'll be lying. I'll be lying to people. I'll be fooling people. But I'm talking about there are smart pastors. And I like the smart pastors. I like them because they know what needs to be done. They do rituals, they do what. You go there and then you hear what? No, umfundisi uthanda inkukhu ehlatshiwe. No, umfundisi bekenza ilathi. Hayi ukuthi umfundisi uthanda inkukhu ehlatshiwe. Umfundisi bekenza ilathi. Umthandazi bekakhona last night. Umfundisi called you today to eat inkukhu elokhuzana. He wanted to enjoy inkukhu naan and everything. No. Unbigile lapha emsamo to say my congregation is coming here at home. We're going to pay to cook as many free range chickens as possible so that everybody eats and everything. Please make them to stay in church, make them to be part and parcel in church and everything. And then after that meal, good luck. I'm not saying don't go to pastor's lunch. We have genuine pastors out there. All I'm saying, be careful. And I'm doing this video intentional because we are being criticized day in, day out by pastors. They are not putting us in any good light. In any good light, traditional healers are evil. Listen how I started. I said, we have well-known, maybe a soccer player, and then becomes a pastor when they retire from the soccer, or even during. I gave an example about the biker we were biking with. I spoke about the gifted pastors, naturally gifted pastors. Naturally gifted pastors. And then I'm talking about smart pastors. Fellow Christians, be smart Christians, just like your pastors. You're not going to be doing me a favor, but you'll be doing what is right. Gogo Bathini Mbatha, Sarugwa Sendota. Mavula kuvala emzini amadoda. uLocksmith ula Abu Dhabi uzokhatha ukhiye ukhathela nina. Asiphileni. Don't stay away from your culture, no matter what. Close your ears. Close your ears. I've said it earlier. I hate motivation that has to do with Christianity. If you call me for a motivation, you're going to talk about how to invest in properties, motivating people, presentation and everything. Don't tell me about Jesus. Tell me about how to invest. How will I get my returns? If I can afford to invest, obviously. If you call me for a business seminar, let's talk principles of business. I don't want to hear anything else except business principles. If you're calling me on a presentation for marketing, let's talk marketing principles. How can I market my business? Don't tell me about God or Jesus. You are lying to me. You are diverting my brain now to believe in something else, which means you don't know what you're talking about. Sarwa Sendot, Togozan.